Hey guys, I just wanted to do a quick video. It might be a little bit weird. I don't normally do this. And at first I thought it was just something strange that I dreamt about until I realized that I think it might actually be a message that should go out. It will mostly be for men, but also women. It will apply to women as well. And if it applies to you, you'll know. Um, or even masculine energy, even if you're not a man per se, but you have masculine energy. So either way, I'm going to tell you about a dream I had, what I can remember of it, the significant parts. It's a little bit weird. In my perspective, it's a little bit weird, but I think it's the message that is most important. Um, so I'll tell you what I can remember of the dream. I remember that I was in a house. It had certain um, cultural, but also in a way, how do you say it? Mystical, magical, um, energetic, kind of witch-like, but I don't know a way to put that. I don't say that in a bad way either. I don't know a better way to describe that. Whatever that, just stuff you could tell the person works with spirits or energy or whatever. And it was me, and there was somebody that I cared for. It wasn't an overwhelming care, but I cared for. I think I was somewhat with them. I don't know. I don't think it was anybody in real life, but, and then there were other women there. I think this was the only guy, and he was mostly with me. Um, and I just remember kind of them doing stuff with him too. I don't remember exactly, but I know there was some interaction between the two. The multiple, women and then the guy, but mostly me. It was almost like they were taking him from me, but also, so I'm speaking from my confusion part right now. Also guiding me to do certain things. And I just remember laying or sitting over him as if you were like straddling a guy. And putting orange slices up me, like in my hoo-ha. Now, a lot of times I have dreams like this where sometimes it would almost replicate like intimacy. But it would show it in other ways. I'm not sure why, but that's usually the way it comes across in my dreams. So, and then they would also do certain things, although I didn't see it, I just kind of knew it. I didn't understand the orange thing. I didn't understand any of it. It's like they were guiding me to do certain things. Mostly for their purpose, though. I didn't feel like it was for mine. I almost felt like I was being taught in case I wanted to join, but they didn't really care the repercussions it was mostly for their benefit, which may not make that sense now what I'm getting to, but it will probably in a minute. And then when it got done and I was just kind of confused, like, I don't know why it happened. I don't even know why I did it, which might speak to my own boundaries. But the guy was gone. Like, he was gone, and I almost got the vibe like, no longer in existence or just not a significant energy. When I looked at and meditated with oranges, it was very much about abundance, creation, fertility, birth, but like life force energy. And it really then kind of came to me what was going on. Like, these women did not care at all about this guy. They did not care that I even somewhat cared about this guy. I don't know this guy in real life. This was just my dream. They didn't care about mine. It was like, yeah, whatever. It was very selfish and heartless. It was like, we'll teach you if you want to know this, but this is what we do. And they almost sacrificed a person I cared about. I mean, it was a dream, but, you know, I would have had to take responsibility for my part as well. But my main point on all this that I realized that it was saying is that there may be some females or feminine energy that is really working on manipulating. Let me see if I can fix this. Okay. Manipulating men's energies, their vitality. I don't even know how this would go. Like, I got a vibe before I even looked up the orange as what would typically be known as like a succubus vibe, which seems kind of extreme and out there. Like, I don't really know, but it's the vibe I got. And then when I looked up, you know, the significance of the oranges and what was being taught and how they kind of treated the guy, it all matched exactly what I was thinking and feeling. It was a very sexual, creative, abundant fertility, but life force energy vibe. Now, I do not know the realistics of how this can go in real life. This isn't it. One of the biggest ways was through intimacy, to put it in, you know, the best form I can, so you'll know what I mean. But this can be in any way, even if it's just triggering you, money, taken from you, upsetting you. The idea was mostly that they didn't care. They also got a little enjoyment out of it, but they didn't care about bringing the man down energetically, life-wise, happiness-wise, depression-wise, outlook-wise, like any way. They did not care how it happened, really even anyone else who was around them. So it wasn't just guys. And I'm sure to some degree there's guys who do this, you know, too. So I'm not just trying to put this on like women or whatever. You get what I'm saying? Maybe this is even going both ways. So everybody protect yourself. But men, just be careful right now. And women that are on the sides of these men, that are maybe around this type of toxicity, or if you're a female that is more in the masculine energy. But women right now are also going through a lot, and they're also waking up and rising up in a lot of ways. And not everybody is going to be heartfelt and take responsibility and do the work themselves. They're going to possibly learn new ways of doing that, and possibly use other people or other things to be able to get what they want in the meantime. Also, another reason might be that a lot of males right now are also awakening. And they're kind of, there's a lot of movements on that also of men doing their own thing, and not like a lot of women are healing their codependent issues. A lot of men are also working through their codependent issues. And it's going from a time of men and women being together because they feel like they need to survive, or because they feel like it's what society says you should do, or it's what's right, or whatever. And they're more going like on their own way to hopefully then balance out and just do what they want. And if then they do come together with somebody, it's because they actually want to be with that person, not because they feel like they have to be with that person, or it's what's right, or that there will be shame or guilt or whatever. There's codependencies, but because they want to be with that person. So because of that, you're seeing a lot of like not only women splitting off, but you're also seeing a lot of men splitting off. And not only are a lot of toxic men going to go in a fear pattern from that, but a lot of women are going to go in a fear pattern from that of, you know, security and keeping them there, keeping them tied down, keeping them stuck, keeping them, you know, imprisoned or bound, whether it's through money, children, shame, fear, guilt, pulling on their heartstrings, whatever. Okay. So that might be another reason why too, is that a lot of masculines are starting to want to go off and do them and realize them and grow themselves and do what's really what their soul calls. And some women might have their, clingers on and just and that can be hard for women sometimes too, but sometimes people don't always handle things and the best, and they'll try to either manipulate or trap people. Also, there is a lot of chaotic and heavier and darker and toxic energies going around right now too. So that might also be influencing people. And this may not be all bad. Maybe it's something that needs to be done to wake certain people up. I'm just saying I felt guided to put this out there, and I know my dream is weird or I could look crazy or whatever, and I really don't care. If it helps somebody, that's all that really matters. It was just a dream of mine, and I really felt there was a significance to it. And the ones that this applies to, you'll know, and the rest of you, just leave it and it's whatever. But just be aware of toxic feminine energy right now. Ones that, and they may be doing it consciously or subconsciously, for either a particular intention or just because their energies are chaotic and uncomfortable right now. It could be a wide range of things. But please don't let women trigger you right now. Don't let them bring you down or argue, or even to prove that you're right, or your pride or your ego, or to go in with, because they might be stirring and having some stuff going on and wanting to bring you into it. Or this could even be through sex. And it might seem harmless, but anything can happen, whether it's pregnancy, disease, loss of money, possession, entities. Like, there is so many ways that this can go. Just please protect yourself energetically. If you need help on this, let me know, or look it up, or, see certain lights and fix your aura around you. I would just recommend, you can't avoid everything, but try to minimize your interactions right now with females, feminine energy, even if it's not a technical female, or really anybody who has any type of toxic energy, or they seem chaotic or pushy or unsettled, or like they have something to gain or an agenda, or that, that whole thing of like crabs crawling out of a barrel or a pot, and when one tries to get out, they're almost out. It's like the crab effect, like they pull the crabs back. Any of that. Because I just really got a lot of vibe here of energy being taken, and this was male from female taken from male, but it could be in any way, I guess. Just be cognizant of your energy and your words and what you give to people. Like, even reacting to somebody is giving them energy and taking from you. Having sex with women is for sure giving them energy. And I don't mean to say this in that macho, egoic, like, yeah, that's right, I gave her some kind of way, okay? It's kind of serious. So now's not the time to be prideful and egoic and like, yeah, I gave her my seed type of thing. I'm the man. This, just be to yourself a little bit, or be around people that are more safe. And some people might even be like in my dream, where I was like none the wiser of what was going on. So even if you are around safe people, or people wouldn't mean you harm, you may still want to protect yourself energetically or financially, work-wise, sex-wise, eating-wise even. Like, I know it's a little extreme, but you may not want to eat certain people's foods. Their energy does go in their food. So, I don't know. I know this sounds extreme and it might whatever, but for those of you who it resonates with, you'll know. Please heed the advice. Just know that there are different people who are intentionally and unintentionally kind of being malicious and taking from people right now and not caring that it is draining your resources or life force energy. Okay? I don't really know. I don't think I need to go any further with this. I hope you guys heed my advice. If it doesn't apply to you, just leave it. You can take it as just a crazy dream of mine and I'm just sharing it with you. But if it really hits a chord or you notice like females have been sort of different or you haven't been able to trust them as much or whatever, you know, sometimes dreams talk to you in an extreme way to get a point across. So this can be from very minimal to very extreme on how it applies. Everybody's going to be different, but just protect yourself, keep your guard up, not in a fearful way, but in a alert and observant way. And just kind of pull back from the things you would normally do. There's a lot of like dark and intense energies right now that are kind of stirring with everything that's stirring around. And, you know, men are bringing it too, but I don't know. I really got this about females. And there is a lot of rise of divine feminine energy right now. And not everybody is going to do it really on the up and up. Okay. So even though men might think like, oh, I've got this. Who are they? They're nothing. I'm not going to do anything. Like, oh, well, they're the one who got left with my stuff. Like, just don't take this as a time to be prideful or egoic. Okay. Like just, I hope you heed my advice and just be kind of careful. Male, female, whatever. I'm going to end this here because it's just whatever. You'll know what I mean, who this applies to you. Just keep your ears attentive, keep your eyes open, keep your guards up, but listen to your intuition and go with the flow. Okay? I love you guys. I'll be talking to you soon. Bye.